Yo, what up guys, Tap up here for Paul's Game and Fish, bringing you the updated Magicka Nightblade build for the Morrowind patch. This is made for all veteran dungeons and normal mode trials right now. Getting into the stats, 30k magic, 34k health, 15k stam, 1.8k recovery, and it is at resistances cap. 54 in the magic, 10 in the stamina. Stage 4 vampire, you could run a 3. Don't do anything less than a 3 because you do need the damage reduction from the passives. The Archer Knock is the Stone that we're using. It's going to give us almost 200 recovery. We're using Tri-Stat Food. I'll show you another option later. Getting into the race, we are running an Argonian, obviously. The passives are pretty cool. It's going to give us Max Magicka. It's going to give us a lot of resources back when we drink a potion. It's going to give us 9% health, and it's going to give us 5% healing done and received. Like I said, the food that we're using is the Tri-Stat food. It's going to give us 4.4k health and 4100 Magicka and stamina. The other option, you can use the Witch Mothers. It's going to give you max health, max Magicka, and magic recovery. But you do need to change your stat distribution. You need to bring your max Magicka down to about 25k so that way you can keep your stamina at 15k. 15k is kind of a minimum for your stamina for this build. Getting into gear, sword and board on the front bar, and ice destruction staff on the back bar. It is going to be defending on the destruction staff, defending on the sword, and reinforced on the shield, max Magicka on the shield, and the crusher enchantment on the sword. Getting into the staff, it's going to use the shield enchantment, so when you heavy attack, you're getting about an 8k shield on your back bar when you heavy attack, so that way it can protect you while you're taunting and getting back resources. One piece pirate skeleton, sturdy Magicka, Plague Doctor. It's going to give you a lot of health. It's going to give you healing taken. Also sturdy with Magicka. Chandan, another amount of resistances, sturdy. Seducer, all of my gear is sturdy, but Seducer is going to be recovery, max magic, recovery, and it reduces the cost of your abilities by 8%. The jewelry is the block cost reduction on the neck. This way here you can block more, and it's going to give you double recovery on your rings. Starting on our boss tank bar, we're going to have Swallow Soul. It's a spammable ability. It's going to do okay damage. It's going to heal you for 31% of the damage that you do every 2 seconds. And also while you have it slotted, you get an additional 8% healing. Our taunt is Pierce Armor. Doesn't do any damage, but it breaks the enemy's armor. Dark Shades, it's going to proc the Shadow Barrier passive, give you max health for being on your bar, and do minor maim on the enemy for 15% every 4 seconds. Absorb Magic, it's mostly here to increase the amount of damage you can block and reduce the cost of your blocking. Leeching Strikes is going to heal you for a very large amount every time you light attack, but it's also going to restore a lot of stamina back to you, allowing you to perma block on your front bar. The ultimate that we're using is Bolstering Darkness. It's going to reduce the damage that you take by 60%, reduce the damage your allies take by 30%, reduce the enemy's movement speed by 70%, and also if they're low health, they can heal for 21k over 4 seconds if they activate your synergy. Back bar is going to be our add control bar. Blockade of Frost. It's going to do okay damage, but it's going to reduce enemy movement speed. If you have a bad healer, you can switch this out for sap, so that way you can keep your group up a little bit, keep you up a little bit. But I'm finding that keeping those enemies snared by 60% is a lot better than sap essence right now, for me at least. Elemental Blockade. It's going to break spell, but you're already doing that already. But the biggest thing this is going to give you, it's going to give you 300 Magicka every second for you and your allies, as long as you're damaging them. So your AoE should take care of that for you. We're going to use Refreshing Path, OK Dot. While on the path, for you and your allies, you're going to heal for another 938 every 1 second. It's going to give you movement speed also. Mirage is going to give us our dodge chance, but also give us a little bit more armor and spell resist. Dampen Magic, it's a big shield, almost 10k. So with this, plus your heavy attacks, you're looking at about 18k. Our back bar ultimate is a emergency heal. It's going to give us a large amount of health in major fatality. I also wanted to touch base on consumables. Essence of Health, you can get stacks of 100 of these for about 600 to 700 gold off the guild trader. Going to give you 8k health, but what's awesome is it's going to proc your Argonian passive, so every time you hit it, you're actually getting about 12k health, and you're also going to be getting 4.6k stamina and magic back just for drinking that trash health potion. I also did pick up some trash magic potions, so that way if I want the extra recovery or if I just need the big boost in magic, this will give me about 10k magic. For our champion points, we're going to do 9% into break free cost reduction, 8% into heavy attack resource regain, 12% into Magicka recovery, 100% in the block that's necessary, 15% into healing done, 20% into your crits off of your heals, and just a little bit in the magic damage for giggles. Also, you're going to be heavy attacking on your back bar, so this will help you out a little bit for damage. It's not necessary, but I like the repost and also the retaliation that you get from it as well. On our red tree, we're going to do 20% damage reduction on direct damage attacks and a little bit more on my spell resist, so that way I can reach the numbers that I want. I'm going to do 10% damage reduction from spells, damage over times, and physicals. Also, we're going to do 5% healing received and a little bit more armor for me. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, comments, advice, leave it down in the comments below. Give me a like, share, you know how this goes.